I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday to everyone. I hope everybody is having an amazing day today. Tracy K, good to see you. My man, Dan H, how are you? Ghost Lincoln, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, neighbor. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. I hope everybody is enjoying this sunny but crisp day here in Ohio. Prepper Book Club. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And then there is the one of my favorite names that I see on YouTube, Coffee First. Then Speak. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as well. Teresa, welcome, welcome, welcome. My Renaissance grandma. Good evening. Virginia Bushcrafter, my man. Hope you're doing well. Water Tiger, welcome. Good to see you. Come on in, grab a seat, sit down. We're going to talk. Then there's my man, Old Mutt. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Whiteside Tactical Solutions. Hope you're doing well also. Hope you're enjoying this Tuesday. Hope everybody didn't have to work too hard today. My man, J3GS Farm in the house. There you go. Good to see you, my friend. Folks, I want to say this about J3GS. He makes some of the most amazing honey. He produces honey. I have not gotten any yet, but I'm going to get around to that because I need to up my honey supply. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well as well. Mr. Streets, welcome, welcome, welcome. For all the content creators that are in the chat this evening, you know how the drill goes. If you type the word vision, it will drop your link. Folks, check out each other's channels. Watch a video, leave a like, leave a comment. As I always say, tell them I sent you. Let them know that we're sharing the love here on these YouTube streets. So we've got an interesting topic today that I'm going to get into here shortly. And I actually saw this briefly on Pinball Preparedness. He did a video on it, and I couldn't watch the whole thing. I got halfway through it and got called into a meeting for work. So I had to go back and watch it, and it is absolutely astounding. But before we dive into our topic, how's everybody doing this week? Anybody doing anything productive? What are y'all working on? It's springtime. Those with gardens and everything should be planting or getting ready to plant. I know it's been cold here, so I'm going to wait till later on this month to start mine. CUCV Farmer, good evening, good evening. Only going to be here for a few minutes. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that, my friend. Welcome, 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 welcome. Greenleaf, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Can I get a 5x5 so I can make sure that everybody sees me and everybody can hear me okay? TLC in the garden. Good to see you, my dear. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 5x5 coffee. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. I saw you, Prepper Book Club, put some new sites on the Pew tool, getting things organized so can stack more stuff. Absolutely. Thank you for the 5x5, Dan, Water Tiger, CUCV Farmer, Whiteside Tacticals, Greenleaf. Thank you for the 5x5, folks. I guess everybody can see and hear me tonight. And boy, do I have something to talk about. Now you're talking, Prepper Book Club, 556 by 556. Make it a green tip, and I'll take a dozen or more, please. With that, so let's dive into this, folks. Rice. So now rice is supposed to be is causing bad effects to climate change. They're now going to blame rice. So I'm going to share this article here, and there's actually a link to this article in the description. This comes from the World Bank, and I was like, what the heck does the World Bank know about farming and growing rice? They're talking about greening the rice we eat. This is absolutely insanity. And Teresa says, had some things put on hold this week. My son ended up with a fever Sunday night and is still sick. Oh, strep. Well, I'm glad strep was negative, but I hope he gets well soon, Teresa, for sure. Okay, folks. So according to the World Bank, the effects of climate change, rising temperatures, more frequent droughts, floods, and intense typhoons are devastating rice farms and farmers' livelihoods. Okay, natural disasters, natural occurrence, bad weather, that all happens. Virginia Bushcrafter, I'm with you, and that's why that I had to talk about this topic tonight, because you are absolutely right. What are they coming up with next, and what are they coming after? So, with all we all know across the United States and the world, weather happens, right? Weather happens. So now they're saying that rice production itself has an impact on the climate. And it says significant greenhouse gas emissions, which of course we all know is methane, nitrous oxide, and carbon dioxide, are byproducts of rice farming and the rice value chain. Now, good to see you, Bats. Hope you're doing well. Rip Curl Readiness, my man. Good to see you, my friend. Dakota Hayes, good to see you as well. And anybody else that snuck in here and sat down and grabbed a seat, good to see everybody. Prepper Book Club, you're absolutely right. It's so silly, but they will tell in kind lies to get control. Correct. Now, rice has been grown since when? The beginning of time. So now they're saying rice is responsible for 10% of the global methane emissions. And in Southeast Asia, one of the world's major rice bowls, rice accounts for as much as 33% of the region's methane emissions. Now, Southeast Asia. What other country is in the Southeast Asia? What is the biggest country over there in Southeast Asia? And this is not a trick question. Correct. CUCV Farmer, right. 10%, and that's in the California, if I'm not mistaken, and out west. Yeah. What country produces? Brian Barbie, you are absolutely right. What country in Southeast Asia produces is one of the largest countries in there? Thank you, Amber. Right. Amber's Angels, China. Now, they're saying that global methane emissions of rice is 10%, when in fact, Asia has 1,118 coal power plants, and they're building more. Okay. They know they have mainland China has the most coal-fired power plants in production, and they just keep on building more. They're going to build more this year and the years to come, but of course that's not being counted against methane gas emissions. And Rip Curl says it's weird not being blue, but this is a great community that doesn't need mods. You all rock. Well, that's good, and thank you for that, Rip Curl. I appreciate it. Happy Mac, welcome. I hope you're doing well as well. But folks, so they're saying that 33% of the region's methane emissions are coming from the rice paddies. Rice is grown in water, okay? And it grows in the flooded fields, which creates the idea of the ideal anaerobic conditions for bacteria to thrive on and decompose the organic matter. That's how rice grows. That's what it does. And if you look at this chart, methane emissions, so they say, the production here rose to 2.4, almost 2.5. That's the emissions intensity. Rice production by the millions of tons. China produces the most rice. Okay, so between the rice and the coal burning power plants they have, wouldn't you think that their emissions are greater than everything? Right. Yeah, exactly, Dakota Hayes. Right. So with that, folks, burning of rice residuals and food lost and waste in the value chain supposedly adds to the GHG emissions. Burning is a convenient way for farmers to quickly dispose of large volumes of leftover rice straw. Okay, compare that to the coal-fired burning power plants. You're absolutely right. Absolutely, Amber. So this is causing a complete global problem. Really? How about they just stop building more and more and more coal-fired power plants? We can start there. Yes. So, it's amazing that now all of a sudden rice is contributing to greenhouse gases and all that stuff. So, first of all, the World Bank had to produce this article. The writer was Dina Ulmali Diniger. She wrote this last year, which just now everybody is making a big whoop-de-doo about greenhouse gas emissions from rice paddies. So I dug a little deeper and went over to the World Economic Forum, the WEF. And guess what? They are literally regurgitating the exact same information. Global rice production, but they say global rice production is releasing damaging greenhouse gas effects into the atmosphere. And I'll share this link if you want to read this baloney that they're putting out there. And it's just insanity at its best. So now they're trying to control the food. Yeah, exactly, Virginia Bush Crafter. Next, they will say breathing affects greenhouse gas negatively. Isn't there more to be concerned with, like inflation, crime? I agree with you 100%, Virginia. This is insane. So the World Economic Forum is saying that they're damaging greenhouse gas effects into the atmosphere doing as much harm as 1,200 average size coal power station, according to the Environmental Defense Fund. So if they're doing as much damage as a 1,200 average size coal power station, excuse me, why don't they go after the 1,100 coal burning power stations that are in that country over there that supposedly also produces the most rice in the world? It says here the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, estimates around 770 million tons of rice were produced in 2018. Okay, with China and India responsible for approximately half of that amount. So China and India are the top two leaders. And I'm looking at the chat and everybody in here, I completely agree. And Dahlia, welcome. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Regional Sky Girl, good to see you as well. I hope you're doing okay. I know you're flying around the place and flying all over. Good to see you though, and welcome. But folks, this place, this is absolutely insanity. So they're going to come after the rice. What's that going to do? If they tell these countries that produce rice, which is one of their national gross products, do you think they're going to tell them to cut down growing of rice and exporting of rice to other countries around the world, including the United States? This just makes no sense whatsoever. And there are millions, if not hundreds of millions of people starving in this world. And now all of a sudden they want to try to stop rice production. All that's going to do is make the price of rice go through the roof so people cannot afford to buy it. Okay? I'm not telling everybody what to get, but we see the writing on the wall. My man Ghetto, good to see you, bruh. Hope you're doing well this evening. Hope the family is doing well also, and everybody is staying safe. Correct, Mr. Streets. Absolutely. They know rice is one of the most cheapest foods to store away. When I first saw this, I started buying more rice. Absolutely. Right now I may have probably close to 50 pounds. And this weekend, guess where I'm going? I'm going to buy more. So you heard it here, folks. Expect the prices of rice to start rising. And isn't that the truth? Right. It's creepy. Every worse is there that greed and hunger for power likely caused everything bad. All of it. Correct. Absolutely. Prepper Book Club, I'm looking for your comment. Yes, they want you to eat Soylent Green. Correct. Which never. I will never do. Not going to happen. Not going to get me there. Good evening, Gina versus Gina. Welcome. And there's my man, Fed Up. You're never late, my man. Never late. You're always on time when you show up and you drop in. Good to see you. Hope you had a great day. And everything is everything, And Happy Mac says, and the least wealthy folks get most of their calories from rice. Right. Makes me mad because think of this. Rice is a staple food for millions of people in the world, including us. I love eating rice. I like making dishes that contain rice. And now they're going to try to take it away from us, or at least raise the price of it. Mrs. Ghetto got going to kick my if I buy more rice. Definitely stock up on rice. I also have a lot vacuum sealed into 8 cup bags for barter. Same here, ghetto. I have my rice broken down. I have a couple 5-gallon buckets, Mylar bags, 5-gallon Mylar bags full of rice. Then I have a couple 5-gallon buckets with rice broken down into cups, 8 cups, 4 cups. I think I go down to as low as maybe 2 cups. It may be 4. And I have several of those buckets with individual smaller Mylar bags in it that I can use for barter or, everyday use, take out. Oh, we got so many people, we need 6 cups. Go grab a bag with 6 cups and go on from there. But yeah, folks, I'm going to say it. Rice is a prepper staple because it lasts forever when stored properly. And a Virginia bushcrafter says, can you imagine the number of restaurants that will go out of business because of not serving rice? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Folks, I'm not telling everybody to run out and buy it, but if you do, that's good. But I'm telling you, we will probably see the prices on rice begin to rise because now these bozos are highlighting the fact that rice is bad for the environment. It just doesn't make sense. And you've got these countries that the rice farmers, that's what they do. They grow, they sell rice. It just doesn't make sense to me. But these are the kind of things that those in charge are trying to control. They're slowly trying to chip away at everything that humanity needs to survive so they can control and dictate where, when, and how. That's just it. Tracy says maybe the import is costing too much. So instead of saying that they're using, for excuses, could be. What was that comment? Right. It just doesn't make sense. Right. Yeah, you can grow rice. Right. And as TLC said, rice is grown in water. I don't want the water. I'd rather grow other stuff than grow rice. But if I need to, then hey, I'll look into it. Right, Coffee. Coffee said used to be able to get rice on sale, 20 pounds for $5.99. Now it's the store brand on sale for $10.99. Right, correct. And I Regional Sky says running, and the run on rice begins. Exactly. I buy it by 25-pound or 50-pound bags. And that's just the way it is. But am I telling everybody to go out and buy rice? No. If you don't eat rice, don't get it. And if you do and you need more, great, get it. Ken B, good evening and welcome. I saw you just snuck in here. Ken said 28-ounce box of store brand instant rice has gone from $2.50 to $5 in the past couple of months. You're absolutely right. It's already starting. It's already starting, without a doubt. Did I see Mrs. Ghetto roll in here, Ghetto? Or are you? I am so far behind in the chat because I'm running my mouth because I think I'm on a beginning a rant, and I'm just to the point where this is all pure insanity. Pure insanity. Water Tiger says rice will be a good barter item if you don't eat it. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't eat it, barter it. Right. It's a great item to barter. Prepper Book Club, those Nor rice sides are cheap, quick to make, and taste decently. Yeah, they do. And I have a cooler full of them. And every time they go on sale, 10 for 10, I buy 20 and throw them in my preps. Okay. Gotcha. I don't know. I'm at work right now. I didn't see her. No problem. Coffee. Got to get going. Have a great evening. Stay safe. And I will see you soon. RJ Funches, my man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this evening. So, folks, and here's their excuse. They're saying that methane is more than 25 times more effective as a greenhouse gas than the headline grabbing carbon dioxide. However, once in the atmosphere, it reacts with other chemicals in the air and breaks down after just a few years. Okay, there you go. Nitric oxide is different. It'll stay in the atmosphere around 100 years and may be as much as 300 times more potent than CO2. Okay, so they want to change the way rice is grown, So next thing you know, they're going to be growing rice in a test tube, and sooner or later, they're going to figure out that it causes cancer because they grew it in a lab and it's not a real product. Yes, Sammy Joe, 1982. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Folks, this stuff is starting to get completely 100% out of control. And it just doesn't make sense to me. And this is insanity at its best, once again. And as Rip Curl Readiness says, make sure you keep your seeds as you use your garden harvest or even store veggies. Absolutely. Save your seeds, folks, and you can use those for next year's crop or the year after. But we have to become producers, more producers than consumers, because those that want to be in power and control are taking away little by little what we consume that we don't produce. So the more we produce, the less effect this mess has on us that they're trying to pull. Yeah, Mr. Streets, right. Impossible rice with your impossible meat. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It just doesn't make sense. Right. Yeah, they want to eat, right, the plastic rice, the plastic Chinese rice. Exactly, Fed of American. China came up with this plastic rice. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. It's to the point where if we don't produce our own food, we will no longer be eating food. And that's my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that, Dakota Hayes. Yes. Fake meat, all of that stuff. Yes, Ghost Lincoln, very much so, without a doubt. Folks, now is the time to really, really start paying attention what's going on, because it's affecting us. Like, I think it was, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Mr. Streets was talking about, the price of rice and how it's doubled in the last couple of months. Right. We who can should be growing anyway. Right. If you can grow your own fruits and vegetables, folks, do so. I bought some fruit trees a couple of weeks ago, and I'm getting ready to put them things in the ground once I finish my tractor repair and get that up and running, cut the grass, and I'm putting in the garden and get it moving. Odom's Homestead, my man, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the like and sharing it out. Folks, feel free to share it out. And for all the content creators, again, that are in the chat, if you type the word vision, it'll drop your link. Folks, check everybody out and, show everybody some love. Go over, watch a video, comment on it, hit the like button. When you make your comment, tell them I sent you over there. That's right. Absolutely. So, yes, Virginia Bushcrafter, attack on the supply chain, food processing plants burning up, blowing up, 18,000 cows blown up, balloons in the air. Right. Exactly. More and more. Yes, we are. And we're in war with everybody else. Yes, you got that right, Amber. You reap what you sow. Right. Absolutely. Rip Curl says what is happening is all a plan to cause despair and fear, so we will conform and accept the control of them. You're absolutely right. For them to roll out. Yep. Right. Absolutely, Rip Curl. But, we know better than that. And I was just watching a video that was talking about how TV and the media is programming everybody. And that's a whole nother topic in itself that I'm not even going to get into. But yeah, rice is literally causing global warming because of the methane gas from it. That I beg to differ. Tracy says also buy some Ensure as well for emergency or protein drinks. Right. Carnation Instant breakfast. Right. Special K. Right. Got to have proteins, folks. Ovaltine. Right. Amber. Absolutely. Absolutely. Folks, we're in changing times that I never thought we would see or I would see in my generation. But Hunter 25, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. They want the dollar to crash, knowing all other currencies will crash as well. Then they can usher in. Absolutely. That's what they're trying to do. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And yeah. Greenleaf. Yeah, exactly. So does that mean that's a rear end colostomy bag or a rear end trash bag? Yeah. Yeah. But as TLC says, as long as the container does not have drainage holes, you should be able to grow rice. Yeah, absolutely. So I may investigate that later on and see what happens. Yeah, you're right, Ghetto. It does. It goes beyond TV now. Our phones are giving us our thoughts these days. True. Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. This is just another thing that they put on the plate to cause panic and incite stress and anxiety. But yeah. That's just another thing. Every time Grandpa Ice Cream speaks, that is what is polluting the earth. I'm with you on that, Fed Up, for sure. But folks, who would have thought that growing rice would pretty much pollute the ozone? So you can read the article and they go through talking about a different way or how they can enhance growing rice by bringing in all of this. Do you think they can bring in all this equipment to decrease the emissions, and yet these farmers can't afford the machinery? Oh, they'll be subsidized by that company or that country. And then next thing you know, that country owns the whole population or the majority of the rice production in the world. Yeah, I've seen that story before. I've watched that movie. Soil Sister, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a great Tuesday. We're talking about how those that are trying to control the world say that growing rice is bad for the environment now. I just don't get it. And I'm pretty ticked off about this one. And they just keep throwing one thing after another. As Ghetto says, they use these headlines so we go panic buy. Then they come in and replace the product with their own brands. Of course. But, Devil Dog Prepper, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. But, folks, here's the thing. Y'all are all intelligent. We're all intelligent. We all can make up our own minds about this. This particular topic just makes me look at how much control they're willing to do anything to get. Okay. Now they're attacking growing rice. And as Ken B says, China and India did not sign the agreement to reduce rice production. Correct. Right. Yeah. And okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. So, absolutely, Amber. Rule number 1, pray. Number 2, rule number 2, remain calm. Rule number 3, always be prepped up. And rule number 4 would be referred to rule number 1. But yes, that's what we do. We just keep your eye on it. This is nothing to panic about. That's for sure. Don't go out and panic buy. I always say, stay within your budget when you're prepping. Plain and simple. Just pick up an extra bag of rice this week, next week, and whenever you go, to the grocery store, and just add some more rice to it. Devil Dog Prepper. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the donation. And y'all know that donations are pretty special to me because don't deserve it, but thank you. And you're absolutely correct. All the donations that we get from now until the end of June or whatever go towards the Bug Out Weekend and towards the channel. And I can't wait to meet you, Devil Dog Prepper, at the Bug Out Weekend. That's for sure. I can't wait to meet everybody that's coming to the Bug Out Weekend. And again, that is June 2nd through the 4th. It's going to be a great time. We've got classes coming together that are going to be taught Saturday afternoon. We're going to have tons of prize giveaways. We're going to have some amazing food. We're all going to sit down Saturday night and break bread together and have conversations. So again, Devil Dog, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that, my friend. And as Rip Curl says, our phones, devices, and the unwillingness to disconnect from the digital world is what they have created and are counting on to watch and spy on us and then round up those who are free thinkers, patriots. Rip Curl, you're absolutely correct. And I agree with you 100% on that, my friend. But Mr. Street says, I guess growing beans will be the next insanity. Of course it will be. Yes. Sooner or later, they're going to attribute growing beans to methane gas that comes from human beings. Who knows what they're trying to do? It just doesn't make sense. And Ghost Lincoln said the secret to decreasing greenhouse gases, I duct tape over the ruler's mouth. It will cut down on the BS in the atmosphere. That's good, Ghost. That is truly good. Yes. Rip Curl just said, what? I was listening and pulled off to pick up 10,000 pounds of rice. Hey, Rip Curl, if that's what you need, get it. That's good. That's good. Now, Magic, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Ze must eat the bugs. Now, I will not comply with that. I am not eating bugs. JHT Survival, welcome. I know that's right. Cook some rice, keep it going, and let's all just eat some rice and contribute to the greenhouse gases tonight, because it's insane. Yes. But yeah, folks, this is the next thing. Rice. I just really don't even understand how they can contribute that to the majority of the coal plants. So here's the thing. Here is the thing. Coal plants. Those countries that have coal power plants worldwide as of June 22nd. China. China has 1,118. India has 285. The United States has 225. And Japan has 92. And there are 9 more rows. And let's see if we can, nope, not accepting that. So those are the top 4 countries with the most coal power plants in the world. So I don't get it. Yeah, exactly, Ghetto. I guess all the rockets they send to space doesn't cause anything bad to our environment. Of course not. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Yep. You will be happy and fine, and you will eat it. Dan says, Vision, does that mean we will be breaking cornbread with the barbecue? Dan, I cannot give away all of the secrets. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Cannot give it away. You may have rice. Who knows? This is not a topic that should be even newsworthy. But this is just pure insanity. It's another way that they're trying to control us. First they're trying with the currency. Second of all, they're trying with the food, and it's just insanity. Yes, that's right. There you go, Dakota. Dakota Hayes says, come to Ohio for his secrets. Yes, you show up at the bug out weekend, I will discuss all secrets I ever share with you guys on here. And I've shared a lot of secrets on here. Yeah, right, Ken. Yeah, don't worry, folks. Chat GPT says everything is fine. Exactly. Devil Dog Prepper says they shut down all the coal units at my job or work 10 years ago. Yeah, but they're not counting those numbers. Devil Dog Prepper, come on. You've got rice fields that are just doing bad things to the ozone and affecting everything. And Tracy says my dad worked at 7 at least while I was growing up. Yeah, I mean, that was a staple. When the country was booming, the Industrial Revolution, we had coal-fired power plants all over the place. And look at us. We all turned out fine. So I say. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, it's crazy. Totally crazy. So Rip Curl says, if Oregon gets lucky, we might become part of Ohio and not have to move. Right. Exactly, Rip Curl. Yes. Yeah. See, we're all fine. We all suffered. We drank out of water hoses out of the backyard and everything. And speaking of water, they're trying to do that to the water as well. The water is what's at the top of the pyramid for control. You control the water, you control life. Correct. But then again, I was listening to something today, and somebody said, If I can control your currency, I control everything. So there you go. Yeah, JHT survival. Yeah, you and me both, my friend. You and me both. I hate it. Exactly. Right. We grew up with lead paint and survived. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And Odom said there's a coal burning power plant up the road from his job. Yeah, we're all perfectly fine. Now I'm not saying it doesn't do damage, but come on. It is what it is. Uh-oh. Here's the infamous question. Mid-GA preparedness. Why did the chicken cross the road? I'm asking. Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the road? Yeah. To get away from the methane gas or to go work at the coal burning power plant? Who knows? Why did the chicken cross the road? Yeah, we're all okay. Correct. Hunter said, yeah. Tracy, hey, yeah, we're all okay. It's okay. But folks, I wanted to share this because I just couldn't believe what I was reading about, the greenhouse gases. So they talk about, I guess the burning of the rice fields to burn off the straw. The solution is changing rice production practices. Practices such as alternative wetting and drying water management, combined with good agricultural practices. And they go to talk about in Vietnam. Vietnam has shown the potential to cut methane and nitrous oxide emissions significantly. These approaches include a package of improving irrigation water delivery, land leveling, and use of improved seeds. So, in other words, drought, pest, and flood resistant, high yielding variants. That sounds like seeds that come from a particular company that has a patent on its seed. And if it's planted, it will kill every seed that is not patented from them within your field. Right. Yeah. It's insanity. Yeah. Strip mines, all of that good stuff. Yeah. So mid-GA says the top 10% is irresponsible for 70% of the CO2, but they get carbon offsets. Absolutely. There you go. You're right, mid-GA preparedness. And TLC, absolutely. Modified seeds. Yes. That's exactly what they want to do. It's insanity. So with that, improved seeds and irrigation water, the seeding rate and nitrogen fertilizers and pesticides and post-harvest losses in drying and milling of the rice. The program increased the farmer's yield by 10 to 18%, and increased profits by 28.6%, 27%, and reduced gas house emissions by 7.3 tons. I don't believe it I don't believe it, period. And Mr. Street said a lot going on with our food supply. And it's crazy, and you're absolutely right. Yep. Yeah. TLC, I feel another seed order coming stats. Exactly. Regional Sky Girl says, all I know is famine is coming. Oh, wait, there are people that are already experiencing hunger. That's right. I tell my friends that they need to practice not eating now, or at least eating less. Right. And I did that over the winter, where I would only eat one meal a day, Regional Sky Girl, just to get used to it, and not eat as often or take it for granted. I live to eat. I eat to live. I don't live to eat. So, those are the things that we may have to do. Yeah, right. Dan says, does that mean that weddings will have to throw confetti instead of rice? Either that or bird seed. I know a lot of weddings have converted to bird seed because they said if they throw rice, the birds eat the rice and the rice swells up in their stomach. I don't know. Sammy Joe says, I'm a coal miner's daughter. I'm as old as dirt. My sister grew up playing in the coal bucket. I think some of us use it as a teething ring. Right. That's the only way we could heat the house. Right. Is with coal. Yeah. And we're all perfectly fine. Yeah. Most weddings have converted to throwing bird seed. Yeah. Correct, Magic. Yeah. They cut back on consumption. Yeah. Especially meat. It's too expensive. Right. And Ken B says, I eat rice every night. It keeps you full and you don't want to snack later. Absolutely. Rice is a good protein and it's good for you. So, I don't get it. Fed Up American, I've learned to eat one time a day. Being a plumber, I can't eat until I get home and shower. I'm with you on that, Fed Up. Yeah. That's a good idea. Safely cut down on your calorie intake now instead of a crash course when the bottom drops. Absolutely, Mr. Streets. Yeah. So, get into that. Get that, at least get into the mindset of it. Keep jerky for energy, though. Yep, absolutely. Ghetto says half the planet's population is hungry and lack of good, clean water. Right. If we pay attention to outside the U.S. bubble, we would all be preppers. That's correct. And if you guys, I'm going to throw this at you. Take a look at the wars that are going on in the Sudan. Okay. You're not hearing that in the United States. Do some research on the war that's going on in the Sudan and everything that's going on over there. JHT Survival said, I've been working on building hydroponic towers and consolidate growing. That's absolutely right, folks. We have to do what is necessary for us to take care of ourselves and our families. I was out in the backyard, plotting out where I'm going to plant the garden. And, I'm almost ready to say, you know what, screw the backyard. I'm ready to literally till up the whole backyard and plant my garden because I don't want to go back into the woods to plant the garden. But, I say that today, but tomorrow, who knows? But I've got a lot of stuff to get planted and get going. And that's the thing we have to do. Good evening, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Mark says the first SHTF book, No Blade of Grass, dealt with a grass virus. Wheat and rice are grasses. There you go, folks. There you go. Will they come after the rice? Will they come after the grasses? Yeah. No Blade of Grass. I'm going to look that book up. That's good, Mark. Thank you for that. Absolutely. I need to write that down. No Blade of Grass. But folks, I just wanted to talk about what I discovered with this rice thing. I'm hoping nothing comes of it, but do not be surprised if you start to see again the prices of rice increase. I'm just saying. So they're talking about now it's bad for the environment. Ghetto says, if everybody's looking for a great TV series to watch, The Last Ship, I believe it gives us a roadmap. The Last Ship. Okay, I'm going to look that one up too and see what that's about. The Last Ship. Y'all always giving me homework. But folks, I just want to say this because I'm trying to keep this to an hour. I appreciate each and every one of you taking an hour out of your time or whatever time that you're here. I truly appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. I just try to bring good content and things that will prepare us for when both shoes drop, and that everybody is not caught off guard. And you can begin putting your own plans in place to grow your own food, to do whatever you can to sustain you and your family. Mr. Streets, yeah, thank you. Right, they're trying to push it. Yeah, they're literally trying to control everything that we do and depend on, for sure. And Dan says, Vision, you're going to need a lot of fence to keep the deer out of a garden that big. Well, hey, if that's what's necessary, I will. Or guess what? We'll be eating a lot of venison. Exactly, Ghetto. Every season there's something different. Right. First 2 seasons, yes. Right. Exactly. And now they're after our food and our protection. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Gina versus Gina. And I cannot wait to meet you at the Bug Out Weekend on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody that is showing up at the Bug Out Weekend. The Roaming Prepper, my friend, my brother, my amigo. I know you're in and out. You're still probably sitting in the truck doing paperwork. That was a great live. Do me a favor, Roaming Prepper, type Vision and drop your link. Folks, the Roaming Prepper did a live an hour before mine. He talked about what's going on in the Sudan. You need to go over there and watch his live that he did today. It is amazing of what's going on in the Sudan that they're not talking about in this country. That's for sure. So if you haven't subscribed to the Roaming Prepper, there's the link to his channel in the chat. Go subscribe. Check out that video of his live. Leave a comment and drop a like, folks. Stay safe, Pete, and we'll be in touch. With that, folks, it is 7:29, and I never even checked to see if we had questions, and we do. So Amber's Angel asked about, did you hear about the secret police station that has been busted and now shut down? And there are more to be shut down in major cities. Yeah, I heard something about in New York, where China had set up police stations that were there to help their people. I don't know what they got busted for, but they did get shut down, and there are more on the way. Yes. Joan Arnell. Joan, I'm with you. I know you're afraid to ask what's next. I don't know what's next, but just keep prepping and pay attention and have situational awareness, folks, wherever you go, whatever you do. That's the main thing. That's the biggest thing that I can say. And with that, folks, I want to say sincerely thank you to everybody that joined the live tonight, that joins the live. And yes, you're absolutely right, Pretty. Those are fake police stations. Yes. The guy with the corgis. Yep, that's the Roaming Prepper. But with that, folks, everybody, please stay safe and situational awareness, because the world is getting crazier. J3GS, thank you, and stay blessed and stay safe, and keep doing what you're doing to protect you and your family and to provide for you and your family. I appreciate you. With that, folks, thank you for coming out and joining me again today. I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember this, keep prepping, because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. God bless everybody. Have a safe, wonderful Tuesday evening. Have a blessed week, and I will see you in the next video. Vision Preparedness. Good night, and God bless.
I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness.